Western Michigan Hornets of Grand Rapids. So we're going to start out. We had an exciting game earlier, that between the Dallas Thunder and the MHEA Eagles. MHEA barely escaped the Thunder of Dallas. They came back and, they were down for most of the game. And then they came back and stormed back, but it just wasn't enough. MHEA pulled out on top. My name is Joel Foreman, along with Zach Jenkins, Josh Jenkins. I don't know why I keep calling you Zach.
That'll work. Yeah, the first game was a big discussion of the game was controlling the pace of play.
Yeah.
Both teams had very opposite styles they like to play, and both were trying to get the other to play their style and get out of their comfort zone. I'm curious to see if that's a similar story in this matchup or if these two teams have a similar pace. I'm looking forward to this one.
So starting out between the Hornets of Grand Rapids, Western Michigan, and the Jaguars of Tulsa, Noah Homeschool, and we are off. And with the ball is Mark, I'm going to say this last name wrong, Milijinek of Grand Rapids, and a three right off the bat. That's by...
It's always nice when you can start the game with your jumper on par.
That's by Joshua Milijinek, the brothers. And now Tulsa with the ball, and this is Sam Brockett, and he drives in and puts up a wild shot, and it's rebounded by the Hornets. And now what can the Hornets do? Can they jump back out and extend this lead already?
Well, you like the aggressiveness on the drive to start the game. It's good to get easy buckets and maybe get to the foul line early, but a little bit out of control on that one.
Yeah, it is. Milijinek with the ball, and he passes to number 0, Biker. And a step back, Jay puts it up, and it's an air ball. Rebound and put back. And that's Milijinek again, and already the Milijinek brothers making their presence known.
Man, offensive rebounds are such a big part of the game if you can get those and put them back in.
A floater missed, tip back and into the hands, and we've got a jump ball already. Possession arrow goes to Tulsa, to the Jaguars. Jaguars starting this game off a little rocky. We need to get kind of back into shape here. Now the inbound is called, and he traveled right away. And that's one thing we've noticed about these refs from the first game. They really pay attention to these players' feet. You're not going to get away with very many travels.
Yeah, there's not a lot of sloppy play allowed, and so the player's going to have to recognize that and learn to just put the ball on the floor before you make your feet move.
Already kind of a full court press by Noah. Who's driving down the court is Milijinek. He's got the ball and pulls up a three and is short. And it's going to bounce out of bounds and stay with Western Michigan.
Well, I'm a big fan of the three ball and shooting a lot of threes, but the threes you want are usually ones that are off of drives and kicks or rotation and movements.
Yes.
Usually not those sort of dribble step backs.
Inside, great pass, but just short. And Noah with the rebound. Driving down the court for Noah is David Emerson. He passes it off to Jackson Goldman. And this is a three ball, and it is too strong by Jackson Ernest. And now Western Michigan back up the court. It seems like Tulsa Noah is just taking too many ill-advised shots. Here's a three by Milijinek, and it rattles in.
Well, it's very clear the Hornets love the three ball. They've not been hesitant to put them up. And if they can get several of those to drop, they'll run away with this one pretty quick.
And he pulls it up, and who is that off the hands of? It looks like it was off the hands of the Noah player, so it's going to be Western Michigan's ball. And Jagger Rodemer will bring it up the court for the Hornets. As you said earlier, the Hornets seem to love the three ball, and Rodemer will drive inside, and it'll be kicked away, but will stay with Western Michigan.
Yeah, thus far it's been the Hornets who have been the aggressor both offensively and on the boards as well. Whether it's a drive like that or no hesitation three-point shots, Jaguars will need to wake up here and get things going.
And already a steal, and now a fast break going coast to coast, and can't finish is Tulsa. And it's going to roll out of bounds. And who's it going to stay with? Is it going to stay with Noah? Yes, it will. It will stay with the Jaguars. And that's a possession that kills you if you're the Jaguars coach, because that was a wide open layup.
Yeah, definitely. If I'm the Jaguars right here, you get a chance to set your half-court offense. It's 4 minutes left in this quarter. You haven't scored yet. You want to get on the scoreboard, so find something good here with your offense.
I almost want to slow it down if I'm Noah here, and that's stolen away. And once again, the Hornets are looking to attack. Justice Spiker with the ball, and he dumps it off to number 2, Jagger Rodemer. Rodemer dumps it off. And looks like Western Michigan here is content with slowing it down. Little screen play. Gets it into the big man down low. Back outside. Pop-up three, too short. But an offensive rebound and putback by Justice Spiker.
You've got to find a body and box a man out. You can't let him continue to get the offensive rebounds. Got to stop the bleeding here and get a quick bucket.
And here's a wide open three, and finally a bucket gets to fall.
Well,
that's Jackson Goldman for Tulsa Noah.
And that's just the type of threes you want. You drive in the lane, you get the defense to collapse, and you've got the open guy in the corner. Those are the threes that are really good threes to take.
And that might be a three that can elevate this Tulsa Noah team, get them back into this ball game a little bit. A little step back three. They didn't take it. And already a turnover, and that's going to be Jackson Goldman up and down the court. He goes, and it's already 9-5. They've cut into this deficit, and now the momentum's starting to shift to the Jaguars' side.
Well, that's just what you needed, and a lot of times you can get defense.
And there's a three! And Jagger Rodemer puts the sting on the Jaguars.
I was going to say, a lot of times you get defense to create quick offense for you.
Circus shot, but a foul. And going to the line, it looks like, will be number 55 for Noah. That's Connor Hislop. He's going to shoot two. The front end rattles home.
Well, if I'm the Hornets coach, I've really been pleased so far. It's very, very early, but with the effort and intensity they've come out in this game with, especially on the offensive boards, they have been the aggressor.
And couldn't get the second one to fall. The Hornets control the loose ball, and up the court they'll go, and a little bit of press action by Noah. He splits it and right up, and he couldn't finish.
That's a tough one to miss. You had it split like the Red Sea and just couldn't convert.
And now back with Noah, and if I was Noah, I would want to slow it down here. Thought about a three for a second. Didn't take it. Now driving inside, too strong. And I believe did they call a blocking foul?
They did.
Yes, they did. So now number 42, Luke Ross, will go to the line and shoot two for Tulsa Noah. And now all of a sudden Tulsa Noah's done a good job of driving inside and getting physical and drawing fouls.
Well, if you can do that, you can begin to take control of the game and control your opponent and get him out of that quick, aggressive game they like to play. So if they can do a little more of this, they'll be right there in business.
Yeah, they will, and they've cut into this deficit even more. And with those two free throws, he was perfect on those. It's now a 4-point game. So up the court go the Hornets again.
And if I'm the Jaguars, I'm recognizing they've played good defense in the half court. They've gotten missed shots. It's just you've got to get a body, box a man out so you can have a nice takeaway there.
Good takeaway. And now Jackson Goldman will bring it up the court for Tulsa Noah. He plays the point, and they're going to go down low, and a great pass inside, and another foul And Chet Green is going to go to the line now.
Well, I just liked everything about that. They swung the ball left side, got it into the post, had some off-ball action with the cutter flashing in the lane, and he gets fouled, and he'll go get free shots.
He got hammered as he went to the hoop. And the first one will fall.
It's one of the critical things about this age levels. You want to teach your guys it's not all about the ball. When you're off the ball, when you don't have the ball, there are important things you can do to help your team and to get in a position to make plays happen. And that's what they did right there.
And just like that, Noah has made it a 2-point game by slashing to the hoop and getting physical, drawing fouls. And a near travel, he had to put up a shot. That was number 14, Grayson Medema. And he kind of froze there and he couldn't move, or else he'd been called for travel. With the way these refs are, they're not going to let you pass with those. So outside and a wide open three. Somebody missed their defensive assignment there, but it was too strong.
Yeah,
Noah got a little lucky there.
A well-designed play into the basket to get the wide open shot, just couldn't get it to drop.
And now Noah with the ball, driving inside. Loose ball. Noah picks it up though, and a funky shot and another travel.
Yeah, he hopped and wasn't unified in his jump stop. His feet were galloping like a horse, and that'll draw the whistle every time.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those jump stops. Kind of a little crow hop he did there, and like you said, they're going to call that every time. So now bringing it up the court was Majinik, and did he throw the ball away?
Foul.
Or fouled him?
A little too handsy there on the defense. You like the defensive intensity and effort, but just got to control the hands. It's all about on defense, effort, heart, hustle, moving your feet to stay in front of
your... Here's a three, stop and pop and rattles in. And that's Connor Hislop who gives Tulsa Noah the lead for the first time today.
Well, that's a beautiful shot. You know, if you're a good shooter, you're the type of guy that can come off a ball screen and dribble into a three-point shot. Those can be good, too, if you're a shooter.
And all of a sudden, this has turned into a basketball game. And now turning up the defensive pressure is Tulsa Noah. He splits the defense, though, and funky shot off the window. And a great first quarter of action. 13-12 Tulsa Noah, and they started this game cold. They couldn't get a shot to drop, and they just pounded inside, got aggressive, drew some fouls, made them pay from the free throw line, and all of a sudden, with a Connor Hislop three at the end of the half, they're up 13-12.
Well, you've got to be pleased if you're the head coach of the Noah Jaguars. As you mentioned, they got down early, but they were able to get back in it by not playing outside of themselves, but by staying under control, getting the basketball in the paint, finding ways to draw contact and draw a whistle, and they knocked their free throws down, got back in the game, slowed down the quick, intense pace of the Hornets. And if you're the Hornets coach, you know, even though you had a bigger lead to start, you're not upset, you're not mad, you're in a good position.
Yeah, I think both teams are in a really good position here, and honestly, if I'm the Noah coach, I'm really happy with the way my boys handled that adversity. You know, they started out kind of cold, but they worked their way back into it. And I think later on down the stretch in this game, Noah's aggressiveness, getting to the line, might benefit them a little bit.
Certainly, if they can do that on demand as they did, there's no reason they shouldn't control this game. But the Hornets, they've been very aggressive and intense. If they can just keep that up with control, that'll be good.
Here's a three by Majinik, and it riddles in and out. And a great rebound by Jackson Goldman. He's going to bring it up the floor for Noah. Inside, what a find. He couldn't control the pass, but he gets it in somehow. And great throw inside, and an offensive rebound. Great physical attack, and Jackson Goldman's going to go to the line.
Yeah, if you're the Hornets, you really got away with one there. They had some miscommunication on defense. They have the wide open Noah player, but they recovered just in time. And so this is probably a better situation than the open layup.
Now Jackson Goldman His front end is no good. Goldman really impresses me with the way he plays. He is just a hustler all around. He is a good guy to have at your point. The second falls, and it's now a 2-point Noah lead. Miljanek is going to bring it up the floor. And Joshua Miljanek, his presence has been felt. He's going to dump it inside, and a good shot up and in for Western Michigan.
That was just a power move, saying I'm stronger than you. I'm going to take it to the bucket, and he had great positioning with the body to do it.
And great speed and a great lay-in, and Jackson Goldman shows his quickness.
He said, "You can do that. I can do it too." Pretty much the same move, opposite side of the floor.
Take what they give you. Miljanek has it. Dumps it off, and now I think we'll see the Hornets kind of slow it down a little bit. Miljanek with the ball. You can definitely tell that he's the team leader. Here's a great screen. Dumps it back out. Top of the key. Thought about a three. And going inside, and again, great physical play, but the bucket couldn't fall, and a great rebound, and now coast to coast. Here we go. Inside. Great pass.
Yeah, that was a beautiful dump off. Unselfish. You had your open teammate, and he is rewarded with the assist.
Sometimes that's one of those plays where it's like, I'd rather have the assist than the points.
And it looks pretty. It's beautiful basketball.
Great unselfish play here, and that is going to be a kick ball.
Yeah, the Hornets in this half-court offense of theirs have kind of switched to a little motion where there's a lot of cutting, there's handoffs with the ball, and they're patient working it around. And then they find a guy who can make a baseline drive. We'll see if they can manufacture some more offense in this half-court that way.
And that was a step-up three, but he said, no, thank you. Jackson Goldman saw that right away.
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly what you want in that half-court set.
And didn't get the roll in. And Miljanek, with his size, is able to pull it down. And now a skirmish for the ball. And did they call a foul?
They did, yeah. He was a little too aggressive. You like the effort and the heart, but you got to stay controlled and not make unnecessary fouls.
That's one of those you're not really happy with taking, as Tulsa Noah brings down the court. And I tell you what, Joshua Deemister is just taller than everybody.
Yeah, I'd like to see him get a little more involved on the offensive end. They haven't done so just yet.
And that's a three that was a little too strong. And a great behind the back and coast to coast. Are you kidding me? Connor Hislop.
Oh my, that was a beautiful move. A true baller move with the dribble behind the back, and to maintain control to finish off the play. That's the hard part.
That was an NBA level play there by Connor Hislop. And that time they get it in to the big man, but he's not able to finish. And Jackson Goldman's going to bring it back out, a little floater, and it's too short. And the Hornets control the ball.
Maybe a little bit out of control on the fast break play.
And he's going to be fouled. That's Sam Brockett. He's going to go to the line and shoot two. One thing we've seen this game compared to the last game is a lot more physicality, a lot more big bodies bumping in with each other and free throws. And the first one falls for Brockett.
Yeah, you definitely like the style of play we've been seeing. I'm really happy still if I'm either coach. Both teams are playing hard. They're doing a lot of the right things. It's just going to come down to execution.
I read the wrong number 14. That's not Sam Brockett. That's Grayson Medema for Western Michigan. And going in is Hislop, and he makes his presence known again.
Well, he's starting to show off his handles. That was a nice little quick dribble move in the lane. Really quick, so they're going to have to figure out a way to slow him down.
And it looks like a timeout is called by Western Michigan. Tulsa Noah started off slow and in a slump, and all of a sudden they've just opened the floodgates a little bit. But how about Connor Hislop and his handles? These last two possessions, he's really shown that he's the guy that can split the D real quick, and he's got those Derrick Rose or even Steph Curry-like handles.
Yeah, he's really gave us a couple highlights here in the last couple of minutes. If they can keep that sort of pace up and get the ball to him with room to manufacture something and put the ball on the floor, that's hard to stop. Because on defense, if you start trying to reach in and grab it, and he's so quick, you've got to be able to move your feet on defense. Otherwise, you're going to be using your hands, which means you're going to be fouling him.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they maybe try something else than just a straight-up man-to-man, or find something to do to put on him.
And I think if I'm the Hornets here, I want to take my time on this possession, look for an open shot. You're down 7. Time to cut into this deficit a little bit.
Yeah, 3 minutes left before the half. You definitely don't want the lead to get any bigger if you're the Hornets. And if you can draw it in back to a one-point game, that'd be great.
And so, having the ball is the Hornets, and driving in. Going to pass it out. And you're going to see a little bit more of this kind of slower-paced offense, and a great find, and a little too strong. And that was Joshua, or not Joshua, that was Josiah Deemister. And this is a long 3, and that one didn't fall. Finder Connor Hislop can't find the net.
Didn't hit it, but I like the shot, even though it's a step back sort of thing, a dangerous high-risk shot. For him, I like it. He can hit it.
And you're going to pass it around. That was Majinek with the ball. And now a great split and a great move.
Yeah, he just tucked
by
that
Grayson
ball in
Medema.
like a running back, taking care of that ball and bursting in to lay it in.
And
nice
a good
move.
spin move, stop and pop, mid-range jumper, no good. And the rebound by the Hornets. They're going to bring it back up the floor. And this is, I think if you're the Hornets here, you again want to take your time. And here's a wide open 3 and too strong.
Yeah, it was wide open, not a bad shot. Maybe try and work that offense a little more.
And bang again is Jackson Goldman. I guess I called that a long 2.
Well, part of the thing that the Hornets are going to need to do is on missed shots, not only do you have to get back on defense, but you got to get back and be aware of the perimeter, because they can shoot.
And stoppage in play here, and it's going to stay with Western Michigan with 1:22 to play. Still, again, if I'm Western Michigan, I want to take my time here. Now, Josiah Deemister is on the bench, so you don't have that big body presence, but it doesn't matter, as Grayson Medema, again, splits the defense.
Just a sweet move. He's shown that he's got handles himself and the ability to work in the lane.
A little floater that's too strong, and foul, and 1. That's Sam Brockett.
Yeah, the Noah Jaguars have really asserted themselves offensively in this second quarter.
And once again, this team started off a little cold, and all of a sudden got back into their rhythm, and they've opened it up now to a 9-point game. It's still anybody's ball game, though. The Hornets aren't quite out of it yet.
Yeah, nothing to worry about yet. No panic time if you're the Hornets. Just get a couple of buckets here before the half. Maybe get some stops after this. Not that.
Good steal by Brockett. He's going to bring it up the court, coast to coast, and he's going to be fouled. Jackson Goldman will go to the line again and shoot 2.
Well, once again, they continue to do that, where they can just self-disciplined drives into the lane, draw the contact, control the game, and it's been tough for the Hornets to keep up with the last several minutes.
That foul was on Grayson Medema, his first. And the first free throw for Jackson Goldman falls through the net. The second is a beautiful free throw. Nothing but net, and now Majinek is going to bring it back up the court with 45 seconds left. A little bit of pressure shown here by Tulsa Noah. Getting inside with the big bodies, now bringing it back outside is Grand Rapids. And there's a 3-ball that's good by number 32, Blaze Curbins.
And that was a beautiful shot. They had the drive, had the defenders collapse with the open 3 in the corner.
And again, a mishandle and a steal. Great defense. And now Western Michigan can hold for the final shot. Or they'll just go coast to coast. Why not? And he gets fouled.
Yeah, why not? But it's down back to an 8-point game. If you can cut it even less here, man, you're going to feel a lot better going into the half because you were down 11 just a few seconds ago. Now it's 8 and could be even shorter. So that helps psychologically as you go into halftime.
Johnny Vriesman, in his first free throw, gets the roll. And that foul was on Adam Price, his first. So Vriesman with his second, misses. Price with the rebound, with 5, with 4, 3, 2. It's a steal and a trip up, and did they call a foul with 1.3 to go? That foul almost works in the favor of Western Michigan here because you can play it off the rebound, draw up a play to get the final shot.
Yeah, now you have a chance to get something clean if you can run a good play, so could be critical. But I mean, they could cut this lead in half.
Here it is. It's a desperation 3 that's just short.
That was close.
Wasn't the best look, but at the end of the first half, your score is 30-23. A 7-point Tulsa Noah lead. More basketball to come after the half.
When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout. When my body needs relief, I real-time it. I'd like to introduce you to my knockout pain formula, real-time pain relief. It's soothing lotion, it's rich in nature's ingredients, and helps me manage discomfort day or night. And it smells great too. From muscle strains to soreness to simple back aches and arthritis. Real-time it and knock out your pain. It works for me and it will work for you. Real-time pain relief, it's a knockout.
And the Hornets trying to get back into this one. And great move. That's a beautiful post move by Grayson Medema.
Well, it was a great defensive effort as well. He was really standing his ground, moving his feet, but it was just better offense, better offensive moves. Really.
And Hislop with the crossover, pull up, and just short. And a great rebound. And Mazinek's going to bring it up the floor, and he's going to lose it. And it's Hislop, coast-to-coast action, the Euro step, the foul, and couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, beautiful Euro step move. So he's got handles. He can do quick stuff with the feet. He can shoot the three, and he's got the international game with the Euro step.
Yeah. He's really got it all. He's showcasing it all here on the big stage.
Also wearing those bright colored Nikes, almost a salmon and blue color. A lot of the players like to wear the bright colored shoes these days. I'm pretty old school. I'm used to just the white or the black, but it's the thing.
The shoe game has definitely changed over the years. Tell you one thing, I probably don't have the money for some of these shoes that they're wearing. Checking back into the game for Tulsa Noah is Jackson Goldman. Hislop's first free throw was good. Here's the second, and he drains it. So, really opening up this game is Tulsa Noah.
Yeah, it's almost getting into dangerous territory if you're the Hornets.
And splitting the defense and getting fouled is Joshua Malichnik. And I don't know how to pronounce that name. I told you I was going to have trouble pronouncing that throughout this game.
Well, I think you're doing a fine job.
I'm trying. And the first for Malichnik is no good. That foul was on Noah Dean, his first. Here's the second. It rattles in and out, and that's tough.
Yeah, at this point, you want to get every easy shot you can if you're the Hornets. You can't really afford to miss much more of those.
Jackson Goldman at the top of the key. And he nearly traveled there. But great awareness to be able to get the ball off. And now this is just playing the game and a little floater. And too strong. A great save. And up ahead with the Euro step. And the layup that's too short.
Well, it was a beautiful move with the Euro step, as you said, but not quite in total control to get that ball to drop. Maybe if you could have used the left hand, he would have had a better angle.
Blaze Curbins just couldn't get it to drop. And now driving inside, splitting the D, and being fouled is Johnny Viersman. This is a Hornets team that started out with the lead and now is trying to claw their way back into this one in a crazy reverse layup that was too contested.
Yeah, he's done a good job at penetrating and getting inside the lane, but got to work on finding a way to be more controlled with the shot or finding an open guy.
And Goldman with a wild pass that's too high and off the hands of Noah Dean. It's going to go back to the Hornets here.
Well, you got 10 seconds. You want to try and get something good to end on a high note for this half going into the fourth quarter.
Malichnik dumps it off, and what a layup!
And there it is. That was well manufactured. That's just what you needed to reinsert some confidence for you heading into the fourth.
Grayson Medema with the crazy around-the-world layup, under and over. A little bit of jelly is what the kids call it these days.
Jelly, yeah, I've not heard that one. Certainly, if you're the Hornets, you want to use some of that jelly. You're going to need it. because you got to find a way to cut down this lead pretty quick. You got 7 minutes to go, and you've got some ground to make up. It's not out of reach. It is possible, but it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take you hitting your shots, being controlled offensively, but also making a valiant defensive effort, which I don't know how you stop the Jaguars at this point, but you've got to find a way to do it.
Well, I tell you what, between Jackson Goldman and Connor Hislop, it's been hard to contain these guys, especially Hislop, because he can pull up from just about anywhere and knock it down from deep. And one thing that we've seen from this Tulsa Noah team is they're not afraid to shoot the three ball. They've done very well hitting it in this game.
That's the danger. Even if you have a good team defensive stand, if you get in a one-on-one situation with 55, Hislop, you know, it doesn't matter what your team's doing if he can outplay his own guy.
And so bringing it up the floor for the Hornets is Vriesman. He's going to dump it off to Mijanek, and he's going to drive inside, spin, tough shot, can't get it to fall, and Noah with the rebound, and now it's up the floor again, and a SWAT team, and flying out of nowhere is Grayson Medema, and he just came out of nowhere.
Wow, I can't believe how high he got from our angle.
My
It looked like
goodness.
his armpit was at the rim.
My gosh. And here's a three that's off the glass and nearly a backcourt. And Hislop controls it.
Yeah, I like the screen action here. I
And
like
a
to see
great
Hislop
move
off
by
that.
Hislop. A stop and pop mid-range jumper. Can't get it to fall. And a great rebound by the Hornets.
Yeah, I think best case scenario for the Hornet defense is if they can coax the players on the Jaguars to take those deep mid-range twos. That's a good spot to put them, because then it's a two if they make it, and it's a tough shot that is easily missed.
And all the way up the lane and too aggressive with that block attempt was Luke Ross. His second. So at the line for two is Vriesman. His first is short.
If I'm the Hornets, I'm thinking that's going to be my strategy, is try and get the Jaguars to shoot deep twos, and then myself on offense continue to work it in the paint, get to the rim, make contact, maybe little old school three-point plays.
The second one by Vriesman's good. Bringing it in is Hislop, trying to split the full court press. And he gets fouled trying to do so. Fouls are a giving here. You've got several to work with for both teams, but as we know later on in the game, those fouls add up. And wide open, here's a three ball that's too strong for Noah and out of bounds, and it's going to go to Western Michigan. So bringing it up the floor is the Hornets. And Michigan splits the D and tries to get it inside, and the ball's tipped.
Offensive
And
foul.
an offensive foul.
That's a tough one to take if you're the Hornets.
Yeah, and now both teams are in the bonus.
So now this gets interesting here. Hornets applying a little full court press. If they can,
Look at the speed by Hislop.
he's just blowing by it.
Yeah. That full court press isn't doing much for his speed.
And, you know, it's 5:40 left. If they're going to put Heslop on the line the rest of this game, this could, you know, it may not work out for him, because he's going to knock these down.
I'll tell you what, Connor Hislop he's the complete player. He's got the speed. He's not the biggest player, but man, he's got a lot of shooting ability, and the ball handling is, my goodness.
And the composure, because he can move fast and he can handle good, but to remain under composure. Also the eyes to see teammates, to get the ball to them when he needs to.
And the first for Hislop falls.
So Hornets definitely need to note this. I'm sure they are. If you get into this foul game late in the game, you want to keep the ball out of Hislop's hands and don't foul him.
I think in general, you just want to keep the ball out of Hislop's hands.
Probably a good strategy.
And the second misses. Tries to get the tip and the rebound. He grabs his own rebound and puts it in. That's big boy basketball by Sam Brockett.
That's tough. You can't give up those offensive rebounds on a free throw. You've got the position.
Great pass underneath and a foul. And going to the line is Medema. No, he's not going to the line. They're saying the foul was on the floor. So they'll bring it out. Majinek controls the ball, gives it to his brother. And great passing here by Western Michigan, and the ball rolls out of bounds and will stay with the Hornets.
Well, I like the offense they're trying to run there. I think they can get some open looks off that. The question is, can you do it quick enough and do it after stopping them on the defensive side? And now it looks like we've got a hockey line change here.
Yeah, full-blown substitution for the Jaguars.
Well, this is your opportunity if you're the Hornets. There's still 5 minutes to go. That's a lot of time. This is your opportunity against the line change to be able to get back in it.
A big boy move. Couldn't see who made that basket, but a great basket. And now a timeout by, I think, Tulsa. 50-36 is the score we have right now. And if I am Western Michigan, the defensive intensity goes up all the way.
All the way. You've got some reserves in for the Jaguars, so this is the opportune moment. You've got to capitalize on it. There's plenty of time left, but you've got to capitalize. Don't create unnecessary turnovers. Convert your buckets, and now's the chance to stop them from scoring.
So on the inbounds pass is Jackson Goldman. He's going to throw it in. They'll give it back to him. And the full court pressure and a wild pass that goes up and nowhere and controlled by the Hornets.
Well, that's what you needed. That's the type of thing you can do, is cause them to panic and turn the ball over.
And a foul and one. And that is Grayson Medema, who has stepped it up a little bit here in the second half.
Well, I'll be curious to see how long the Coach Hislop goes with some of the reserves here if this lead continues to get whittled down.
And the free throw is too strong, and the rebound goes to Adam Price, who falls down, and it's a wrestle for the ball. Jump ball, possession arrow, stays with Tulsa.
Yeah, if you're the Hornets here, you keep up the aggression and the intensity, but don't go out of control. You've got to stay within yourself and stay disciplined.
And bringing it up the floor, and a wide open three for Noah, too strong. That's an ill-advised shot if you're Noah.
Yeah, you definitely like to see him pull that back out, take some time, run the clock down, and it's a foul.
And a charge is called. And that's the right call. As David Emerson had his feet set and took the punch for his team.
Well, that's what I'm saying about you've got to stay and control yourself and not be out of control if you're trying to get back in. There's still 4.5. That is a lot of time.
And Goldman is trapped. A great defense, but he somehow gets the pass away. And it's one-on-one. A great pass up ahead with the finish. And that's number 23, David Emerson with the bucket. Driving inside is Machinek. He goes coast to coast, grabs his own rebound, puts it back up, can't finish, and the rebound goes to Emerson. And it'll be a 1-and-1 as they're now in the bonus. So David Emerson with a chance to add to this lead for Tulsa Noah.
Well, now you're starting to get into pretty dangerous territory if you're Western Michigan, because you want to be able to pressure to cause turnovers, but now you're in the bonus, so you've got to do it, but do it carefully, because you don't want them to send into the free throw line.
The free throw is missed, but they grab the rebound, and it's rejected. Great defense by Western Michigan. Now it's a fast break up ahead, and blocking foul. That was a scary collision.
Nearly was able to draw the offensive foul, but didn't quite get his feet set in time. A lot of contact.
That was one of those collisions where it was scary. That was a football hit, so they're in the bonus. I believe this is a 1-and-1. And the first of the 1-and-1 drops for Grayson Medema. The back end is short, and with that rebound is Jordan Robbins.
Well, the big thing here, if you're Western Michigan, is you've got 3:50 to go. If I can cut this lead to 10 points by the 3-minute mark, then I feel like I'm in good position. If I can get it under 10 with 3 minutes to go.
And bringing up the floor is Noah, and look at the cutting, look at the slashing, look at the passing, and a travel.
Yeah, he got the ball and saw the open rim and got too excited before his feet knew that he had to wait on the ball to hit the floor.
I always have to have the ball hit the floor. And I like what they're doing here. They're not picking up the ball. They're going to conserve as much time on the clock as they can. Here's a wide open three, and it's missed off the window by Michenik.
I like wide open threes, but you got to remember, you don't need to force it just yet.
And the Euro step floater is no good for Jackson Goldman. The rebound goes to Noah. And I believe it's a blocking foul called on Adam Price.
A lot of contact here in these last couple minutes.
So Joshua Michenik will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. And this is what you want if you're Western Michigan. You want to be able to get to the line as much as you can without wasting too much clock.
Yeah, stop the clock, get 2 free points. You got to knock them down.
And the first one is nothing but net in the front of the 1-and-1.
And then if you can quickly, after getting that full court pressure, stay within yourself, but cause some panic.
Second one is too strong. Rebound goes to Noah. Price with the ball. He's cutting and slashing, splits the press, gets it outside. Wide open three, bang! Jackson Goldman.
Yeah, the press on the Hornets side. One guy went up, got too aggressive, and trying to take the steal, and left a wide open player in the corner.
Michenik puts up a little floater. That was pretty. And it's a 13-point Tulsa Noah lead with 2:55 to play. Western Michigan is still very much in this game.
Yeah, it's certainly not over yet. You've got plenty of time left. 2:55 is a lot of time, especially if you can work the 3-ball in. So again, you've got to stay within yourself. Don't get so aggressive that you blow open your coverages and have a guy wide open in the corner like that. Stay calm, stick with the game plan, and then on offense, just keep driving it in, getting the foul calls. And you've got to convert, you've got to finish. But if you do that, you can be right there.
Yeah, and I think one of the keys for Tulsa Noah coming into this game coming into this final 2 minutes is don't commit stupid fouls. We've seen a lot of unnecessary fouls because they're trying to be too aggressive. And with Western Michigan being in the bonus, you're just giving them 3 points at that point.
Yeah, it could end up being a free throw with both teams in the bonus. A lot of time left to do that. We'll see if they continue the aggression or if they can kind of calm it back a little bit. We'll see. My guess is they're going to keep up the pressure on both sides.
So it's Goldman, Hislop, Hale, and number 25, Liam Dakin, in for Tulsa Noah, and that is, he fell down. I guess there was no contact.
Yeah,
Looked like there was
went
some
out of
contact.
bounds there. There was no foul call. Ball just
It went out of bounds, and now Western Michigan will take possession. Or no, Noah will still have possession. A little bit of confusion on who has possession, but Noah has it. Goldman on the inbound gives it to Hislop. Hislop will bring it up the floor. And I don't understand why Western Michigan isn't pressing right now. They should.
Yeah, especially with Hislop out there. He's going to really patrol the floor.
One-on-one with Hislop. Wide open three. He'll take it, and it's too strong. Rebound goes to Western Michigan. And great split. Oh, behind the back. Are you kidding me? Woo-hoo!
Beautiful pass.
My goodness. Blaze Krebins with a beautiful behind-the-back assist. Here's Hislop. And Hislop shows off his handling moves. And if I'm Tulsa Noah, I'm going to slow it down. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Here's a little floater that doesn't get the bounce. And again, Krebins with the rebound. And he's going to bring it up ahead. Wide open layup missed. Grabs his own rebound. Puts it back up. No, but he gets out of bounds, and Noah will have the ball. That was a crazy sequence of events.
That's tough. You really wanted to convert one right there. That would have brought it to a 9-point game, but instead you're still at 11.
It's now a foul by Malzinek, and it's going to send Connor Hislop to the line. He's the one guy you don't want shooting free throws if you're a Hornets fan. Even though this game has been other than the first quarter, really, it's been just a Noah show. Western Michigan has held their own for the most part.
Yeah, Noah has been really impressive after that slow start. They've really controlled the game, but not so much that they've just run away with it. They've had to work for
Hislop
it.
misses the first free throw. That's Mazinek's third foul. Got to be careful with the fouls from now on if you're Mazinek. And he misses both. That's a break right there for the Hornets. And a great pass up ahead, and Mazinek cuts the lead to now a 9-point game.
Well, you were definitely helped out by the rare missed free throws. You'll definitely take them. Don't want to put yourself in that position again, but it worked out. Beautiful transition offense to cut it down to 9 points. A minute 41 to go. A 3-possession game. There's time here. So you've got to be careful with the ball. You've got to convert when you've got the ball. And you've got to stop on defense without committing fouls and putting guys on the line. I would really consider moving to some sort of trap. Maybe like something that coaxes them into a half-court trap.
Yeah.
Full court pressure, but then you get to the half-court mark and you trap.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting what the defense of the Hornets will draw up here, and I think you're right. You want to go with a half-court trap here. Maybe even a full-court trap.
Yeah, just the danger is you don't want all your guys to come up and be so aggressive that you leave a back door open for a streaker like this. See, they got the guy back to prevent that.
And he's going to take it to the hoop and gets rejected. And the save. What a play. Coast to coast. Oh. And it gets wedged between the glass and the rim.
So that means it's going to be a jump ball.
Good defense, boys. One of the fans yells. Kind of unfortunate.
It really is.
Rare when that happens, but when it does, it's kind of a funny thing. And a near collision. And he thought about the three. He's going to take it. And it's too short. Goes after his own rebound, but can't get it. And now it's Hislop with the ball. Who's going to pass it down the court. Great passing up ahead, and a great floater, and once again, Jackson Goldman. And another behind the back, trying to get too fancy there.
Yeah, you have to be aggressive at this point, but you still can't do that. It's not over.
And Hislop's going to drive in, get in with the big boys, over and under, and gets fouled.
Well, you're just about at the point of the game where if you send him to the line, it's about the point where he starts to ice the game here.
And that's Grayson Medema's 4th personal. He has to watch it. Hislop's free throw is good. So now substitutions will come in for Western Michigan. Connor Hislop, he's my nominee for the player of the game.
I think I'd have to agree with you on that one.
And he puts it in. Both free throws are good, and now if you're the Hornets, you gotta
go quick. You gotta get in there fast, just like that. But you want to convert and draw a foul instead of going away from the basket, not getting fouled.
There's a steal and a floater that's no good. And do we have a jump ball or a foul? Looks like a foul.
Yeah, if you're the Hornets at this point on your drives into the basket, is you want to go in there with the intent to create contact, not the intent to commit a foul, but to draw the defense to make contact with you. And when you drive in, but on your way up to the basket, you lean back or out to the side, you're going to avoid the contact and thus not get the foul call. So just stay straight up, straight towards the basket, and you'll get the foul call.
Chet Green's first free throw goes. And Tulsa Noah starting to pull away with a big victory. A timeout called for substitutions. I think it's safe to say now that Tulsa Noah will be advancing in this boys 16U gold ball bracket. And the second one drops. Barring some sort of crazy miracle, which there's still 40 seconds left.
Yeah, this one seems to be about it. It's been a hard-fought game. Both sides just giving it their all, playing with heart. And
little step-back jumper off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, gonna try it again. Too strong, and off the hands of a Noah player. The refs say black ball. That means it goes to Western Michigan. The inbounds, pass it around, shot up, no good. Noah with the rebound. Up ahead, and it falls. That's Jordan Robbins with the lay-in.
Yeah, you like to see some of these guys who are the reserves get in, get a bucket or two, and get their name on the scoreboard.
No good, and the final is Tulsa Noah 63, Western Michigan 46, and really just a pretty display of shooting by the Tulsa Noah Jaguars.
Lots of intensity, lots of beautiful basketball, and I think we're in for a good day of games.
Well, coming up next is 12U action from the NCHBC National Basketball Tournament. We'll be back with more from the O'Reilly Family Event Center.